Thanks for tuning in to the CMU Student Spotlight on the Ignite podcast. This episode, I'm talking to Rebecca Brown. She is the Director of Development at PR Central, an RSO at Central Michigan University. It was great to hear about PR Central and what Rebecca has planned for her future. Without further delay, let's dive right in. The Ignite podcast, inspiring entrepreneurship for today and for tomorrow. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining me on the show.
Hey, good to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great having you here. So let's just dive right in. You're a student at Central Michigan University. What year are you? What are you studying? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am currently a senior. I'm going to graduate this December or November, actually, so coming up pretty close. My major is integrative public relations, and I have a minor in advertising.
Great. Wow, November when you're graduating. That's very, very soon.
Yeah.
What is that? I mean, that's less than a month. That's crazy. I guess it might feel pretty real. I'm a senior. I'm graduating in May, so I have a little bit more time than you, but so
it's turned down to the wire for sure. I'm just getting a little
right. So you're a part of the RSO PR Central, and I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about PR Central and what you kind of do with the RSO.
Yeah, for sure. So we are a student-led PR firm. We take on real clients. We do work for them totally for free to kind of build our portfolios, gain experience, and it's our organization is open to any major, not just public relations. So we have some people that are marketing or business or journalism. It's open to anyone, and basically we just take on different clients. We do things just like writing press releases, making graphics, helping them plan events, do campaigns. It's all just so that we can gain experience, build our resumes, build our portfolios, and just gain more experience. That way, when we get out into the real world, we have actual pieces that have been used for real organizations that we can show at an interview and to potential employers and things like that.
Right. That's really cool. It kind of sounds like a win-win for the students and for the businesses you work with, because you get the experience as the students, tangible work that you can take and add to your resume. And then the businesses obviously get the fruits of your labor, whatever that is, press releases, whatever. So it's really cool that you're doing things that are a win-win for you and for the business. And I read on the website, I believe, you're the Director of Development at PR Central. Is that true?
Yes, I am. Yep.
So what's that? What do you do?
So basically, I mean, I've been in PR Central a few years now, and Director of Development is always something that I wanted. Basically, my job, what I do and what I like about what I do is basically just building workshops for us to talk about things that we want to work on, things that we want to get better at. I know like a lot of people come into this major PR and they might not know how to write a press release or what a media advisory is, and certain pieces that are like crucial to being a PR professional. So last night at our general meeting, I just kind of gave a presentation about how to have a good resume, like just simple tips on how to boost your resume and just so that we can develop and all become better. So we work on, portfolios, things like that. I just basically help everyone to better themselves. And I kind of like teaching. I've always thought that I wanted to be a professor. And so I kind of like working with people. And I really love my position. It's something that I've always wanted.
That's really cool that, not only you're part of it, you're actually starting to teach people using the experience you've already gained. That I'm going to be honest, when I heard Director of Development, that's not what I thought it was. And that it's almost what you do is far more cool than what I actually thought you did.
I have like a few different kinds of roles, but mainly the main thing that kind of drove me to this position was the fact that I can like help people grow. I remember when I was a sophomore coming into PR Central, and the girl who had my position, she would always give these like crises, like real life crisis that would happen. So like if an organization, like, I don't know if you remember when United Airlines like dragged that guy off the flight a few
Yes,
years
I do.
ago. Yeah, so
I do.
that was like a huge like PR case. So we talk about cases like that and how the best way to like handle that is, like what the best way to go about handling that if you were working for United. So it's kind of fun to like handle these cases and just, come up with like, okay, what if we were in this position? What would we do? It's just like good practice. So it's just fun.
Absolutely. I feel like PR firms and PR people in public relations are undervalued until something happens where somebody gets dragged off a plane and it goes viral and everyone's in damage control. That's when
Yeah.
PR, client or PR firms become really, really important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it also I mean, do you get excited by those kind of challenges, those kind of crises, or do you like more
Oh
of the
yeah.
mundane press releases kind of thing? Like what do you really like?
I really do like crisis management. I'm in one of my classes right now is crisis communication, and so we just handle like crises that are going on right now, and we talk about them in the class. And it's very interesting. I love when something pops up on the news, and I like my mind immediately goes to PR and like, oh my gosh, their reputation, their credibility. That's like where my mind goes, like, oh man, how would you solve this problem? Like, how are they going to bounce back from this? That's like my first thought whenever I see something on the news like that. And it's definitely because of my classes and my major. So yeah, it's funny.
That shows how much you really like PR, how much you're
Yeah.
really into it. Your mind just goes, "What's the PR crisis here?"
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm.
great. So, you're the leader of the group for PR Central that's working with Ignite Donuts, correct?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. We really appreciate your help. We worked with a group last year, and I think me and Casey are both excited to work with a new group this year.
Mhm.
So, what are you looking forward to working with Ignite and your team specifically, um, and throughout the next few weeks?
I think what drew me to want to work with Ignite the most, and why I'm most excited is because they really directly are kind of like working with the students, and it's something that students are excited about. Like, who doesn't like donuts? And so I think it's something that is very easily marketable to people. Everyone would love to see donuts on their social media page. Like, I know when I'm scrolling and I see a really good looking donut, like, I'm not going to complain. And I remember last year, the group that was working with Ignite was always doing exciting things and they were always saying good things about it. So that's kind of what drew me to it. And I also just have a donut obsession. I've always been obsessed with them. Like, I have like a donut pillowcase, everything.
Oh,
So
wow.
once I got like the opportunity to work with a donut place, I was like, yes, absolutely, absolutely, I want to do it.
That's great. That's great. So, um, I don't know. I haven't been too involved. What kind of work do you think you're going to be doing with Ignite with your team members um, to kind of gain some experience and gain experience with younger members?
hmm So one of the biggest things that we kind of talked about was just spreading awareness. Students do know about Ignite, but we want more students to know about it. So right now we're just kind of working on a survey that we could send out to hopefully both on-campus and off-campus students, and just kind of get a look into their mindset as far as, do they know about Ignite, or their buying habits, like would they be likely to buy a donut kit, things like that. So kind of getting the awareness out there, and knowing what our target audience is looking for in their behaviors. That's kind of our biggest goal right now. And then also, potentially working on a blog for Ignite, what that would look like, what we could get in that, how that would work. And then the podcast too, just hoping to get people to come on the podcast.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. No, I know everyone at Ignite does appreciates the kind words you said, and we're really excited to work with you, PR Central, and see what we can come up with, cool things. And clearly, the fruit of this labor, you're on the podcast, and I'm sure we're going to bring a lot more interesting people on the podcast. So
Mhm. Mhm.
really appreciate you being here with us. So
Yeah.
wrapping it up, you're graduating in November.
Mhm.
Clock's ticking. I have to ask the obligatory question. What do you think you're going to do after graduation? What do you want to do? What are your career goals? And I guess how is PR Central helping you get there?
Uh,
If you don't know, it's
well,
okay,
that's
because
a
I always
good
get annoyed when
question.
people ask me this. I'm like, I don't know.
Mhm. It's a good question. I short term, with everything that's happening and going on, I still have my lease for the entire year at my here in Mount Pleasant. And with COVID happening, it's going to be near impossible to find a subleaser. I've been trying and I'm still trying, but I don't think I will find anyone to take it over. So I've been applying for jobs in Mount Pleasant, just to try and
Hmm.
get my foot in the door and get a starting job.
Hmm.
And then we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, get a job here, and then long term, like when I'm not living in Mount Pleasant anymore, I just want to travel, and I'd love to move somewhere totally new. I'm from Traverse City, and I absolutely love it, and I would love to like go back and like have a family there someday. But while I'm young, I want to just travel and go to the big city. But I don't have any like specific place that I think I would like really want to work. I'm very open to new experiences and a new job. So yeah, I'm very open. The future is wide open and it's very scary for the first time because I feel like ever since I was young, it was always high school, then college, but then what after? And now it's like it's everything's wide open and it's very scary.
Scary, but very exciting. Where do you want to
Yeah.
travel? I'm just interested. Where do you want to go? You want to stay in the US? You want to go abroad? It's a little tough right now, so hopefully COVID tones down, But
Mhm. I would really love to move and work in like a bigger city,
okay.
not necessarily like New York, but like Boston. I would love to move there and see what that's like, or Nashville, or maybe somewhere in Texas, or I'm very open, but I would like to go to somewhere that's a little bit more big city.
Right.
I feel like I have like a big city personality, and I don't feel like I'm meant for a small town.
that's, that's awesome. Well, Rebecca, thanks so much for coming on the show and talking to us. Good luck finding a subleaser and good luck in your future travels and any careers you have.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching this episode of CMU Student Spotlight on the Ignite Podcast. If you like what you heard or saw, be sure to follow the podcast and follow Ignite Donuts on social media. Thanks again for watching.